So I was thinking, having a partner means to divide. It means split in two. Because if you have a part of something, it's not a whole thing. And you have two partners that try to make a whole person or a whole entity, a whole relationship. But I think it's better when you're actually a whole person and another person is a whole person and they make a new whole thing. A baby! No. Like a life. A brand new life. That's where trigonometry takes into effect, right? Because a different angle provides different avenue for a different dimension. Partner is not the word that we want to use. I'll give you an example. I have somebody that I'm interested in, but I'm cautious to approach. I need to show up for myself before I can authentically show up for somebody else. That's what it is. And I don't feel like showing up for her half of me because I feel like that's a disrespect to her. Maybe I have more together than I think. I could be overthinking, but I think the concept is valid. And I know I could be a better provider for myself, the people in my life, than I'm doing now. Focusing on creating a whole person out of ourselves to not bring part of ourselves into a relationship is better. Because if you have the chance to get to know somebody wholeheartedly, then you have a better chance of knowing if you can grow with this person. I'm not a relationship guru. I'm not an expert on relationships, and I don't think anybody is. You know, when you read everything from the Bible, Emerald Tablets, the Pyramid, men are for Mars, women are for Venus, Art of Seduction, any book on relationships, any book in any time period, have you noticed there's not a definite answer for relationships, especially men and women relationships? There's no solution. Everybody's trying to always figure it out. The best way to do it is not trying to figure it out because there's nothing to figure out. Relationships are here because we're supposed to be sharing interpersonal lives with each other and learning from each other, and it's a forever growing process. I think there's parts that balance each other out in personalities that can allow relationships to flourish if the right parts come together. Example, when I say all-purpose relationship, I think it's really rare. Beyond twin flame, I think that's beyond a soulmate. I think an all-purpose relationship is somebody who you can almost build a life with from nothing in any situation, and you won't know that until it's done. I once had a job. It was called Labor Ready, and Labor Ready was first come, first serve job environment, and it was some grimy jobs 15 years ago. And basically we worked in sewers, we worked on construction sites, we worked everywhere, but it was all the jobs that people don't want. And there was a couple who worked these jobs together. Like, we would stand in line at Labor Ready for first come, first serve. So we'd be there 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, maybe earlier, standing in line for these jobs that nobody wants. But they pay you the same day. And if you need money and you're in a situation that calls for it immediately, probably where you want to go. Anyways, I had lunch with this particular couple who worked those jobs every day, who were the happiest couple I've ever seen. And I was puzzled. I was like, this isn't fake. This is real. This is real love. This is a real thing. How? And it's interesting because I was talking to a friend the other day, and he's very wealthy. And he met a woman, and he's like, yeah, she has her own money. And I'm like, huh. And she has her own money. He's saying she doesn't need me. And she likes me. That's how I know she likes me for me. That's what he meant to say. And it's interesting because I've had other friends who are rich and wealthy, and they've expressed to me all the time. They say, you know what? Every time I go out to eat, I don't know if people are in a dinner or lunch with me because they know I'm gonna buy everything. I'm picking up the tab when we leave. They know that. I don't know who likes me for me. And I'm like, sounds like a you problem. No. Anyways, it's very interesting because it's funny when people say they want to be established and get a relationship, but once they become established, they don't know who wants them because they are established, or who wants the person that did the establishing. Once you become one with your success and you reach out for a different type of success and a different avenue, like relationships and lovers and things like that, it becomes confusing to you because you start thinking people want the identity that you've created opposed to the person that's doing the creating, you. So I think that's a weird dilemma to be in because both it's a weird thing. See how relationships are difficult? And then my friend told me this story. This guy, he picked up a unsheltered person from the street, and they lived on the street, and I don't know. This sounds like a fairy tale, but the guy's friend literally picked the woman up the first night that she went home with him. He had to go to work the next day. He leaves her in the apartment. She's there when he gets back from work. Dinner's cooked. They've been together for years. Happy as can be. I think that's very rare. I don't even know where they do that at. I'm like, does she have any friends? Anyways, the shower's running. Please, we're gonna make this work. Smell me. That there's certain situations that provide themselves. There's certain situations that are provided for you that you can allow to enter your life that make it easy to find your type of person. And I keep hearing this ebb and flow, that echoes in certain circulars I'm in. And I keep forgetting that personally. We have to ebb and flow because we can't force too much, because when we do that, that applies pressure in areas not needed. And from that, we can collapse a relationship. And the relationship with ourselves, most importantly, is the most challenging to repair. So I think that an all-purpose relationship is the best type of relationship. I don't know where you find them all the time, but I do know that I did a video a long time ago about relationships. I'm not a relationship guru at all, but I do pride myself on studying, and observing. And I noticed that if you can be a great friend, you can have a great relationship. But if you can't be a great friend, why the hell would you have a great relationship if you don't know how to be a great friend? Starting with a friendship, growing into more, becomes something that's priceless, opposed to jumping into something blindly, falling in love when you can step in love. I think stepping in love sounds a lot more healthier than falling, because when was the last time you fell for anything and it felt good? I can't remember. Just thoughts on all-purpose relationships. Touch on this topic more because I think it's a forever unfolding type of thing. And give me your thoughts. I would love to hear them. All-purpose or no purpose?
I know. So, you want to go talk back there?
So Magdalene and I actually have a love-hate relationship. And as you can tell, I love her. A little bit. This all started about 3 years ago when I came to give Serena some meat.
Back on your seat.
And Magnum actually thought I was taking the meat away. And for whatever reason, he didn't remember that.
Meg, why? 9.